Alright, so it's been a while. Let me show you what I've been up to.
Alright, everybody, so for the past 3 days, I've been following a tutorial for Unreal Engine. And no, this isn't the actual thing. This was at the beginning. I was doing this in the beginning. So, for example, the guy told me how to, put this on the in here. I still don't know any keywords for this. The viewport, let's call it the viewport for now. And also this rock from a library. So I didn't do the palm tree, I didn't do the rocks, didn't do any of that. But as you can see, I did assemble the palm tree. Let me show you the materials for this palm tree were, well, the material that it has, the colors and everything, was put together using, let me show you, this. It was put together like this. So it has a texture, there's a, well, the texture for the base color, so which is the color of the leaves. You can see it right here. And then it also has a opacity mask and the normals. So I'm not very intellectual about this stuff, but I just want to show you what it took to create this this thing that you later have to put it on the palm tree, which is pretty nice. I don't usually do those kind of things even on Blender because I'm not even advanced on Blender, but it was nice to see it being worked on. You know what I mean? And also, I'm gonna go to the island that I created. Tutorial, new map. So I actually have to select the level of the map that I did. Um, so this is it. Now that's the last thing I did with the rocks, the big rocks, and yes, it has the ocean, but that's like a fakery because right here you can see that's where it ends. But yeah, it's like a fakery of infinite ocean. So this is the island. I did put this with the paintbrush that it's in here. Landscape. Then you can edit the land. It's pretty cool. Uh, paint. Paint have here layers. So sand, rock, grass, and auto, which is pretty cool. So if you want to see, because yeah, I have the option to save this or not, I'm gonna show you what this does. So I'm gonna select the auto. Let's see if it works. Let's hope. Okay, so it just paints over stuff. So for example, if I change this height, let's go to sculpt. Sculpt, yeah. And I make this
Invincible.
strength. So it's strong. Oh, for some reason it doesn't want to do it in the auto rim. But in here, if I do this, if I make it, oh, I see. I kind of see why. Like that, and then I select the auto brush. I think. Or not. Well, never mind. It's not working. But it would do kind of something like this. In the top, it'll put grass automatically, and then I also have the rock one. Yeah, that sometimes happens. These are shaders, brain shaders and stuff like that. Okay, so you got sand. Also, you can put sand in here, but since this is rock, it wouldn't go in there. It would go in here where the ocean is. And as you can see, I even put little, what do you call it? Foliage, the ferns, the small ferns. So yeah, I went crazy with the ferns around the island. Okay, whatever. Um, so around the island, there's different kind of ferns. Not a lot of different types, but there's a little different types. I'm taking too long to explain this. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. So the palm trees also, I use the paint brush, I think. It did. Oh no, it's the foliage. So it was this foliage. Okay, I keep getting mixed up with the tools. I'm very new to this, guys. So I put some rocks here. Oh, okay. Something very cool. I want to show you. So at the end, the guy. I follow this. So yeah, you die if you go through that certain area. You wanna see that again? Boom, ragdoll. So that's a. Let's see if I can find it. That's a character. So all of this, I have to do all of that, follow all of that to make it happen. It's a collision. Ragdoll. Yeah, it's here. Ragdoll. So a lot of statements and stuff like that. Health. So if it takes away 20 health, then you turn into a ragdoll. Pretty much. Let's see. What else can I show you? Oh yeah. The hardest part, I'm not gonna lie, and it was the longest part. It was trying to make it work so that I could use the paint tool for the terrain. That was the biggest step, I guess, because look at this. Materials, landscape, grass. Let's show the random one. The instance. Yeah, this one. Can I? No, it doesn't. It won't let me do it. Okay. Let's show sand. So for each one, so like sand, you have to do this: sand, rock, and grass. For all of those, this was very confusing, and I messed up. I messed up on this, so I had to redo it. And it took longer than expected. And guys, I went through a lot of problems because the guy that I was following the tutorial, he was using a older version of Unreal Engine. It kind of sucked. And also, something that you have to keep in mind, and that I noticed that it kept happening, Unreal Engine kept crashing. So that I'm you could say I'm used to it because Blender used to crash a lot before. It used to crash. But it really sucked when it crashed in here because I was doing something that was taking a long time, and then it crashed, and I didn't even save it. Maybe there's a autosave function, but it crashed, and it was a disaster. But nonetheless, it was very cool. And if I become very good at doing this kind of thing, then I don't know what I'm gonna make, but it sure is gonna be something different because I don't want to make something that looks like this. Even though it looks cool, I could make something like this and then or before or after, whatever, to make something different. Because I don't know. But yeah, the ocean also. But the thing with the ocean, the thing that sucked is that it doesn't have a lot of mobility, a lot of malleability, if I could say. So look at this. Let me show you something. So if I move this, sure, it's gonna move the water, but it's also gonna move the land. It's gonna chop it off. So I don't want that happening, and I still don't know how to work that out so that only the water moves, not the whole thing. I don't know. I'm just a beginner on this, but yeah. All right, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna work on next. I was thinking of doing something on Blender. So for example, start doing more practicing on making my own stuff, because you gotta take notice that if I use this on a game, I will get in trouble because I did not make any of these assets. I did not make this palm tree. I did not make this ferns. It was all part of a tutorial so that if you use them on your own video game and you sell it or upload it to Steam or whatever, I think you do get in trouble. and more if it's something very detailed. So like this palm tree or this ferns. But anyway, the creator's gonna notice and you're gonna get in trouble. So it's better for you to buy your assets, to get a license for them, and to use your own stuff. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to show you guys, and it's a blast. While I was doing this, I would wake up very early, watch an hour of programming of Python, and then either that was the first thing, or I had breakfast and was watching Evangelion, Genesis Evangelion, and then I would do this after, or start streaming, either one of those. And yeah, that was pretty much this past 3 days, and I really enjoyed it. But I did get very frustrated nearing the end because I just wanted to get it over with. I just wanted to finish it, and yeah.